Oh my goodness, it is so cold. I think I'm getting like frostbite. Wow, it is cold. You can feel the cold. Hey, welcome to Psychotherapy. My name is Javier. Welcome to my channel. And this is a second episode of my channel, so thanks for watching. And in this episode, we're going to talk a little bit about the Vitpilen 401 and why I chose this motorcycle. And where do I come from as far as owning motorcycles. So I'm actually a new rider, fairly new rider. I got my license about 2 years ago. I've always wanted to ride a motorcycle. I've always wanted a motorcycle since I was very little. I remember I used to go to my my aunt's and my uncle's hometown, my mom's hometown, and all my uncles and aunts, they had motorcycles. So I was exposed to the motorcycles from a very young age. Not big motorcycles, like small motorcycles. But I always wanted one. So about 2 years ago, I decided to get my license. So, and actually before getting my license, I actually went and purchased a motorcycle. I still own that motorcycle right now. It's a 1981 Suzuki GS 450. I found it on Craigslist. I went on and got it. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna get it and then we'll figure it out. I was really excited to build my Café Racer. So I started doing some research and I saw that a lot of the recommendations on YouTube and a lot of forums suggested, hey, you know what? If you can find yourself a good Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki to start with, you can start with that. So I went on Craigslist and I found one for $500, I think. Cost me like $100 to get a trailer to bring it back home. And I started working on that motorcycle, Café Racer. I wanted to build my Café Racer. So I started watching a bunch of YouTube videos and stuff. I've always been mechanically inclined a little bit, so I wasn't afraid. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna fix this. If I can't fix it, you know, whatever, I'll figure it out. But I knew I could, so I just started working on it. I worked on it for about a year, and I was able to get it up and running and exactly how I wanted. I'll probably show some footage of it so you can check it out. But yeah, that's where I came from a Suzuki in 1981, and after that, you know, after working on it and purchasing the motorcycle, I decided to get my license, and I got my license, and I rode the Suzuki for about a year. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of work, so if you have a Café Racer, just, you know, it's probably not gonna go perfect, you know. But if you stick onto it, and with the help of other people online and videos, you probably will be able to get it done. So yeah, that's how I start. That's the motorcycle that I have. I still own that motorcycle. I'm probably gonna sell it next year. But then at some point during that year, a buddy of mine, he got a KTM, a Duke 390, and I saw it, and I didn't really like the style of it, but I loved all the technology that it had. I loved all the safety feature. I loved the ABS, the inverted shocks on that motorcycle, and one of the things I wanted to do on my Suzuki 1981 Suzuki was I wanted it to do the fork install on that, the fork swap, but I realized that just the fork swap was, I think, like $1,500 or something like that, because you have to buy the forks, the tires, the brakes. You got to buy everything from a donated bike. So I was like, you know what? I've already invested, good amount on the Suzuki. So I purchased it for like $500. I already had invested I think $1,000 or $2,000 in it. And then to put in another $1,000 on it, it was going to be already like $5,000. So I said to myself, you know what, let me look into what's available out there, and maybe I can just sell this motorcycle and find a newer bike. So I wanted something with the same Café Racer look and style. I wanted something that looked different. I saw that they had this motorcycle that was kind of like the Duke 390, but it was different style, and I looked at it and I was like, you know what, I like this motorcycle. I watched a lot of videos on it, and you know, I really liked it. I like all the features, the style. I liked all the safety features, the ABS. And one of the things that attracted me the most was the price. You know, the price is, you know, brand new. I think I called to one of the dealers to see how much I could get one of these brand new, and it was like 62 or 63 out of, you know, out of the dealer with all the paperwork and everything done. So I decided, you know, let me take a look. Let me see if I can find one. And I went on Facebook, and I was able to find one of these at a good price. You know, at a good price. And I reached out to the person that was selling it, and I say, hey, you know what? Let's negotiate. And we negotiated it, and I got it. And I got it 2020. And I think it had like 800 miles on it. So yeah, so that's where I come from as far as owning this motorcycle and why I chose this motorcycle. And you know what, if you're on the fence, you know, looking at this motorcycle, the Vitpilen, I know I would suggest just go and test one out. You know, if you go look at it in person, and if you can get a test ride, even better. They're really nice motorcycles. I have no complaint whatsoever. I already have, I think, from when I got it, I think like 500 miles already since I purchased it, and I purchased it this year. And so yeah, so that's where I came from. So I was really into the whole Café Racer style motorcycles, and this one really caught my attention. It, you know, and I like what it's made for, because I hear a lot of this terminology thrown out there for these bikes, which is the urban explorer. I hear a lot in a lot of the new scramblers and street bikes that look kind of off-road, but they're really meant to be in the city. And I get the whole concept. You know, it's not super crazy fast where, you know, where I'm not having fun on it in the city, because I can, you know, I can put in some gears with no problem, you know, third, fourth, and I'm fine with that, and it's fun to ride it in the city. But also, if I want to go on the highway, I've gone on the highway too. You know, it has plenty of punch to go on the highway. So if you're worried about that, you know, I was worried about it, you know, because I come from a 450, and I said, you know what, I'm getting a not even a 400 cc bike, because this is a 390. It's the same engine as the Duke 390, so it's not even a 400. I was thinking about, you know, is this motorcycle going to have enough power versus the one that I already have? And the answer is yes. I was really surprised and happy with how this motorcycle handles and the power that it has, and I'm pretty happy with my purchase. You know, I'm pretty happy with this in general. One of the things that I'm not a big fan of this bike is that just the engine braking, especially with just the passenger on it. It's kind of interesting that, you know, can really feel the person just kind of the motorcycle just braking, you know, like that person in the back. You can feel them kind of leaning over you when they're riding with you. But overall, it's, you know, that's the only thing that I've noticed that I don't like. When you're on the bike on your own, it's not a big deal. You can, you know, it feels fine. That's why I want to try the 701 to see if the bigger torque is going to help me with that. I don't think I'll go anything larger than that 701. I don't want a leader bike. I don't want a sport bike. I don't want anything super crazy. Again, I understand and I really like the concept of that urban explorer. And, you know, don't get me wrong, I like to go far places too. Not super far, but, you know, I'm local here in Rhode Island, and I like to go to like to Newport and to Bristol, which is like an hour and a half away from here. So, and it's kind of fun. It's fun to go on those longer rides, and it's perfect for that. It's, you know, a lot of people complain about the bar setup on this motorcycle, but you know, I come from a Café Racer, and I had clip-on bars on my motorcycle, so it's not a big change for me. You get used to it after a while riding the bike. Is it meant for 3-hour long trips? No, I don't think so. You'll probably be really uncomfortable. But you know, it's what are you going to use your bike for? If you want to go further away, you know, long trips, I think the solution for that is just pretty much, you know, swap the bars and get a better seat, and you'll be fine if you wanted to. But so yeah, that's my my info on this motorcycle, the Vitpilen 401. Like, why did I choose this motorcycle? Because it looks really good. It has a really cool style. It's different from any other bike that you see on the road. It has good technology in it. Like, it feels good. It feels like a flagship phone. If I can compare it with something, you know, when you go out and you get your new phone, you get the flagship phone. It feels like that. It feels nice. It's sturdy. It has some great features. You know, the ABS, and you can actually turn that off if you wanted to. It has nice LEDs in the front. The seat is not the most comfortable one, but hey, you know what? That's you can deal with that. You know, you can deal with that. You can figure it out. It's little things. There's not going to be. I feel like there's not going to be a perfect motorcycle. But if you're interested in this motorcycle, specifically in the Vitpilen, you know, I think if you're looking on it, I would suggest watch a few videos and try to see if you know, it's the fit for you. If you are looking into, you know, building a Café Racer, if you're looking into building, if you like that style, if you see there's motorcycle around in your city, in your town where you can build it, go for it. You know, go for it. You'll have fun. You'll learn about motorcycles, and it'll be cool. If you like the Café Racer style, but you want something modern and that has all the safety features and that just has a really cool style to it, and you don't want to spend a ton of money, I would go with the Vitpilen, because at the end of the day, you'll end up spending, you know, about the same amount. You know, you'll get, when I got the bike, my Suzuki 81, that was $500, but now I go look at Craigslist or, you know, Facebook to try to find a used Suzuki Honda, and they're like $1,000, $1,500, depending on how they're running. And you know, you have to do a bunch of maintenance, you know, make sure that the carbs are working, and then people start messing like I did with the carbs, you know, working on the carbs and putting pod filters on it, and that gets really interesting afterwards. So yeah, so if you are thinking about that and getting a Café Racer and start building it, you can do it. But if you don't really have the technical aspect, if you don't know, are really mechanically inclined, and you want to buy a motorcycle that's, you know, that's already built for you, I would go with this one. You know, you're gonna be happy with it. It's a really nice bike. It's really fun, and they're not super expensive. So just be patient, save up, and get one of these. You'll probably get them for, you can probably get one for $45. I've seen them for $4,500. I've seen some for $5,000. Just got to find the right, you know, chance. And I see a lot of people that they buy these and then they're like, they want to upgrade them. That's fine, you know, and that's your chance to get one. Overall, this bike is great, and I recommend it. I hope you like this little talk about the Vitpilen. Thank you for watching. This is the Cycle Therapy, and I'll see you on our next episode.